Hi kids, welcome to our Twinkle Star channel. Lazy John. A short story about Lazy John. There was a boy named John who was so lazy he couldn't even change his clothes. One day, he saw the apple tree in their yard was full of fruits. He wanted to eat some apples, but he was too lazy to climb the tree and take the fruits. So he lay down underneath the tree and waited for the fruits to fall off. John waited until he was starving, but the apples never fell. Moral of the story: laziness can get you nowhere. If you want something, you need to work hard for it. And the mouse. Once upon a time, in a vibrant and lively forest, there lived a mighty lion. This lion was known far and wide as the king of the jungle, and he ruled over all the animals with strength and authority. A lion was asleep in the sun one day. A little mouse came out to play. The little mouse ran up the lion's neck and slid down his back. The lion caught him with a great big smack. "I'm going to eat you," the lion roared, his mouth open wide. "No, no, please don't," the little mouse cried. "Be kind to me and one day I'll help you. I'm a lion, you are a mouse. What can you do?" The lion laughed very hard, and the mouse ran away. But the mouse was out walking the very next day. He heard a big roar when he saw the lion was trapped in a net. But the mouse had a plan to set him free. The mouse worked quickly and chewed through the rope. The lion said, "Oh little mouse, I had no hope." "You were right, little mouse, thank you, I'm free. You are the best friend there ever could be." The moral of the story is, a good deed never goes to waste. The kindness you show has a way of coming back to you in unexpected ways.
The thirsty crow. One day, a clever crow was flying around in search of water as it was feeling extremely thirsty. After searching for a long time, the crow finally spotted a pitcher in a courtyard. It flew down and saw that there was a little water at the bottom of the pitcher. However, the water level was too low for the crow to reach with its beak. It then came up with a brilliant idea. The clever crow started picking up small pebbles from the surroundings and dropping them into the pitcher one by one. Gradually, the water level began to rise. The crow continued this act until the water reached a level where it could quench its thirst. The crow happily drank the water and flew away, feeling content and relieved. The moral of the story is that intelligence and resourcefulness can help overcome even the most challenging situations.
The fox and the grapes. One day a fox was hungry. He had nothing to eat. He went here and there in search of food. He wandered about the whole day long, but could get nothing to eat. At last he came to a garden. There he saw grapes hanging from a vine. The grapes were ripe and nice. His mouth watered to see the grapes. He wanted to eat them. The grapes were high up. He jumped again and again to get at the grapes, but in vain. They were too high for him. At last he was tired. He gave up trying. He went away saying, "These grapes are sour. If I eat them, I shall fall ill." Moral: those who cannot get a thing often say that they do not want it. The grasshopper. The ant and the grasshopper were good friends. In the summer, the ant works hard to fill his storage with food, while the grasshopper was enjoying the fine weather and playing all day. When winter came, the ant was lying cozily in his home, surrounded by the food he stored during the summer, while the grasshopper was in his home, hungry and freezing. He asked the ant for food, and the ant gave him some. But it wasn't enough to last the entire winter. When he tried to ask the ant again, the latter replied, "I'm sorry my friend, but my food is just enough for my family to last until the end of winter. If I give you more, we too will starve. We had the entire summer to prepare for the winter, but you chose to play instead." Moral of the story: winter, in this story, represents a time in our lives when food and resources are scarce. Summer is that time when everything is abundant. So, if you have a lot right now, save some of it for the winter. And the ants. There was once a proud elephant who constantly bullied smaller animals. He would go to the ant hill near his home and spray water at the ants. The ants, with their size, could do nothing but cry. The elephant just laughed and threatened the ants that he would crush them to death. One day, the ants had enough and decided to teach the elephant a lesson. They went straight into the elephant's trunk and started biting him. The elephant could only howl in pain. He realized his mistake and apologized to the ants and all the animals he bullied. Moral of the story: be humble and treat everyone with kindness. If you think you're stronger than others, use your strength to protect them instead of harming them. The classic tale of Rabbit and the Tortoise. Once upon a time, there was a speedy and boastful rabbit who loved to flaunt his agility. There was once a rabbit who was friends with a tortoise. One day, he challenged the tortoise to a race. Seeing how slow the tortoise was going, the rabbit thought he'd win this easily. So, he took a nap while the tortoise kept on going. When the rabbit woke, he saw that the tortoise was already at the finish line. Much to his chagrin, the tortoise won the race while he was busy sleeping. Moral of the story: there are a couple of moral lessons we can learn from this story. The rabbit teaches that overconfidence can sometimes ruin you, while the tortoise teaches us about the power of perseverance. Even if all the odds are stacked against you, never give up. Sometimes, life is not about who's the fastest or the strongest, it's about who is the most consistent. Thank you for watching our video. For more such videos, subscribe to our Twinkle Star channel and press the bell icon.